That's what I'm talking about, baby. Hey everyone, what's going on? This is Zero, and welcome back to the Pixelite server. So, some big news today. Big news. We are running 17W14A Snapshot, the most latest snapshot in Minecraft. It was just released a couple days ago, and I gotta say, some pretty cool stuff. However, rather concerning, and I've got a lot of lag going on right now. I'm not sure what it is, I'm going to figure that out later, but there are some pretty cool additions that I didn't really get the chance to go over in the earlier snapshot, other than the terracotta blocks and concrete. We did go ahead and make ourselves a duper machine. I'll go ahead and show you guys that in just a minute. However, I wonder if anybody else is having this issue. None of my shulker boxes are coming up with a preview. However, if I go into my normal crafting by pressing E, I have enchantments and I can see everything here with a little tooltip. It's a little weird. Also, want to show you guys something insanely awesome. And, that's interesting. I am missing one of my shulker boxes. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and check out that duper. Alright. Very dangerous. I actually left all my my ore chest down here next to the end portal. I've been a little on the bad side. Someone came in here and said, I think I'll help myself this. But anyway, I had this stuff down here because I was building up an end portal to be a duping machine. Now this one is pretty legit. Oops. And it's a bit of a mess down here. I am totally aware of that. I was tearing down things, moving blocks around, getting this set up. Let me see if I can hop up here. I can just show you what we got going on. It was a bit of a project just the other day. So this is Mango's design, the most updated version that he has. I'm missing a block right there. Oh, that's weird. Anyway, what happens is that the hit boxes from the chickens inside the boats prevent the blocks from going in, and it's a double catch. So basically, the sticky blocks get pushed in, and these get pushed up. They grab the falling blocks before they enter the portal, and they get connected back to the sticky piston, pulled back, and it just repeats itself over and over again. And it's an awesome machine. It's super efficient. And again, I think this is one of those things that'll get fixed. I talk about that in every episode, so make sure you guys get one of these built if you're interested in duping up some of this stuff. I know, not that legitimate, but hey, I utilize all features allotted to me in Minecraft. So, if we want to go ahead and turn it on, I went ahead and wired this switch up down here. I'm going to conceal this whole thing in. I got a couple ideas for some builds. I really like it because it's got a nice industrial look to it. But you'll see there's a dual observer blocks that'll update off each other at the very bottom here. You can't really see it, can you? Whoop, there we go. And down one more. And so there's an observer block right there, and they'll send each other reciprocating updates, and they'll keep a clock going, essentially, to keep these bad boys a-pumping. So let me go ahead and hit it. Now this is a lag machine. My god, the frame rates. Oh. I'm not going to leave it on because we have had this on last night and it did quite a bit of work, so we have plenty of concrete powder out there. We actually made quite a few chalk boxes because we have some projects we're going to work on today. We have some projects. And when I say we, I mean me and Mr. WTDPuddles. Missed it by that much. Alright, so one of the biggest achievements we have made thus far is right here. That's right. Just for 10 emeralds, we can get ourselves some menu books, and we have plenty of villagers here to trade with. And this is something I did off camera. It's a village sorting system. I cannot exactly remember who came up with the design, but it's a one-tileable design. I'll go ahead and place a link to the video in the description. I apologize for not remembering who it is. But he also had another really good design that I'm using somewhere else. Oh goodness, I feel really bad about it. Oh, it's the villager design over here. The catch. So basically, the villagers will be caught in this corner with the water, and the minecart will come up here, and it'll bounce up and down until a villager gets in it, then it'll gain momentum, push itself up. Actually, I think it requires an activator here, but this seems to work out just as well. But yeah, we got ourselves a mending book villager. We will be making a ton of moolah off this dude. In fact, I am going to go ahead and grab myself some mending books right now. Let's go ahead and drop that in there. And oh my goodness, I'm about to shift click that, and the trade's broken. Another thing that these guys are good for, and I know this is not the best trade, but I really like it, is the glass trade. The glass trade is awesome, and I've actually have another villager over there that I've maxed out who actually offers us 5 glass per emerald block, or emerald piece, and I have made many stacks. But anyway, back to this delicious goodness. Oh, baby. So I'm thinking about locking this guy up and hiding him somewhere, because I can imagine a lot of the Pixelites will want to talk to this dude, and that'll ruin my business. So we already have the slime shop. I'm thinking about making a rocket shop, and I think we're going to make ourselves a mending bookshop. So I'm going to go ahead and throw some mending on my gear right now, because my gear is hurting. It is hurting in a bad way. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. So throw it on the pants and throw it on the boots. 33 levels, that's expensive. Look at that. Those are perfect boots. I think those are perfect boots. Those are nice boots. And heck, I mean, while we're at it, let's just throw some mending on. Oh, dang it. That's alright. We might have to come back to that guy. Probably put diamonds on it. That's alright. That's okay. That's okay. These have mending. These have mending. My diamond axe could probably use some mending on it, couldn't it? Let's throw some mending on the diamond axe. Okay, I'm good with that. And the shovel. Oh, of course, let's throw some mending on it. Very good. Oh, man. Everything's got mending on it, except for the sword. Totally acceptable. Alright. Now we have the equipment we oh so desire. Still a bit baffled by why I'm having this happen to me. I cannot see what's in these, so I'm having to take all my shulker boxes out, lay them out in my, or put them in my inventory, and then see what's in them. And if I'm not sure if what boxes contain what, then I have to place them all down, look for what I'm looking for, and then put it back. Yeah, I know it partially falls back on me for not being as organized as I should be. However, is that a feature? Is that working as intended? I'm not supposed to know what these things contain? Oh, really, really annoying. Alright, so if you see out from the distance there, very faintly, is our gold farm. So if you can imagine what we're doing up here. Today's plan, I wanted to build a gas farm. Now I've seen many people use them, but I don't want to just use it for gas tiers. In fact, I don't want to use it for gas tiers at all. I want to use this to build gas sweeper machines. With that, I want to use those sweeper machines to make ourselves a nice wither farm. And I found that through a little bit of research that these gas sweepers are by far the best mechanisms to use for building these type of mob farms. In fact, they should be used for every type of mob farm, but it's just the difficulty in catching the gas. So this is my first attempt actually at a gas farm. So what I'm going to do, I have 5 blocks between me and the 256 mark. So the 256 is actually the ceiling, and we have 5 blocks. So I'm going to put like glass or something over this, or actually I'll probably use maybe some sort of slab. I do something to keep them from spawning. I'm going to build off in this direction just because I do not want to interfere with the gold farm. I don't want to run the risk of like maybe for some reason a gas can line of sight us from this far away. I don't know if that's possible. I haven't really tested it out. And actually, I haven't done any kind of testing in regards to this build, which I probably should have. But we're just going to kind of go with it in survival and see what happens. So my plan is to build this platform out quite a bit. And then I'm going to make a series of rails around it with a little bit of curvature in them to catch the gas. And a bit of a gap between them and this spawning platform. Now I know that there will be pigmen that spawn on this, and we will do our best to make sure that they are killed immediately. I'm not sure if what is the best method to get rid of pigmen? Perhaps a gas? Put a gas sweeper on the gas farm? I think it's a good idea. I think it's worth a shot. Anyway, let me go ahead and build this up a little bit more, and I'm gonna get a little bit of testing in here and see how effective this really is. Well, we caught our first ghast. It is working. Mr. Puddles had came over, helped out, and look at that. It is in. We did it. Oh, great accomplishment. Great accomplishment. Thank you, Mr. Puddles. Thank you, Mr. Puddles. He's not in TeamSpeak at the moment, but I'm sure he feels the success. Oh my goodness, there's another ghast. These things are spawning very, very quickly. This is great. This is incredible. So this was Ray Works' design. He was actually the guy I couldn't come up with the name with just a little bit ago. And yeah. Oh my goodness, this works out great. So we're going to load up some more minecarts over there, and we're going to be good to go. I'll go ahead and show a little bit more of this once we get over there, and don't have to worry about getting blown up. So I might be a little late to the party on this one, but if you didn't know, I'll show you now. When converting a large amount of concrete powder to concrete, you can go ahead and hold down the right click button, and as long as you're over the placing block, you can no longer place anything down. Then you just hold down the left click, and you are a concrete making machine. Just caught someone being rather mischievous in the old super chunk. Welcome to the super chunk. So one of the issues we ran into right away with this mob farm is the gas get filtered up there pretty quick, and it does work. It does work pretty well. And we noticed that in Ray Works build, he has a automation system set up for his gas to fall into certain tubes, and it seems that it may, due to orientation, look a little backwards. So I'm going ahead and set this up, and we're setting this to priority number 1 over here at the very end, and then it's going to gradually fill up all the way back. Now there is a bit of an issue. Gas are despawning even with name tags, and sometimes the name tags will actually come back to your inventory, or you'll just lose them entirely. So we're trying to store the gas a little closer to our AFK area, and then when we're ready to set them free, or, well, set them to be repurposed. Anyway, set them to be repurposed, we are going to then stick with them all the way till we get to the next area. But I'm curious if this is an issue. I've looked it up. There's quite a few bug reports on it, and again, we're going to test this out until we get plenty of gas stored up in this area and see what it's all about. Well, this is a bit of an issue. If the slime block doesn't trigger the dispenser to send a minecart, and it looks like it didn't. Alright, yeah, so slime blocks are a bit of a problem. That's something we're going to figure out how to deal with them. We may have to expand this farm a little bit more, just so there's a larger gap for the slime blocks to fall down into. But for now, we're going to do this manually, which, ugh, who wants to do anything manually? Well, it appears that it did actually trigger it. However, it didn't send the cart on its way. Interesting. Interesting. I'm trying to figure out if this is working as intended, how long these guys will stay loaded, and if it's been fixed or not, because if this isn't going to work, if we can't keep these guys loaded even if they've been tagged, we may have to resort to slime block sweeper farms for our wither farm, which isn't a big deal, but it's, you know, I kind of built this with the hopes and the intent of using gas for my sweeper farm. Oy, oy. This is painful. This is very, very painful. So I'm going to go ahead and try and sneak a tag on this guy. I made sure there was enough room that I could just barely sneak it in right above the minecart right there. Okay, he's been confirmed. Gasty. Thanks to Mr. Puddles over there. He's AFK right now, trying to get this gas farm moving. And it is confirmed that I'm down to 5 tags now. Nope, and now I'm back up to 7. Okay, so there's part of an issue there. Let's try it again. Gassy. Now I went down to 5, so I'm missing 2. And I know there's been a bit of an issue. I've been getting double clicks. I don't know if that's client side or server side. Alright, let's pull it again. Back up to 7. Okay, so I'm going to keep going at this until I finally get it tagged. So, may or may not have accidentally killed him. But what I'm going to try out now is I'm going to drop the gas from all the way to the top of our storage area down to the very bottom of our silos. And I'm going to see if I can sneak in here and drop a tag on him. So I'm going to head back up there, AFK, wait for that. I think there's another gas just spawned, so let's see if he's in yet. Alright, so I really can't put a number on the amount of attempts that we've had now, but here we go. Gas is in the tube. I'm going to hop down there, release him to the lower level, and we are going to see if we can then name him there. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. And downstairs. And the only thing we got to look out for is that he may be able to get line of sight of us if we hop up here. Shouldn't be able to because the minecart is technically right here. Okay. Now let's go ahead and try and name him. We're at 7, 6. And it looks like he's been successfully named, guys. Alright, so next thing I'm going to test is I'm going to hop up back in the AFK area and see if he does in fact stay here or if we lose him. Maybe 5 minutes? A successful, probably about 10-15 minutes logged out, and our gas is still intact. This is good. This is really good. Alright, so now with this done, and hopefully we're getting some more stacked up there. I'm going to go check it out. I'm actually kind of worried that those will be despawning before he does, obviously because they're not tagged. But next step is we have got to start clearing out for our wither farm. Well, hey, you'll be happy to know that the dragon egg bedrock breaking technique is still a viable way of getting down to the nether ceiling. real quick check-in. I am totally over breaking blocks. I have a better idea, a much better idea, and Mr. Puddles and I are going to we're going to thoroughly enjoy this one. I think instead of trying to break through nether brick or nether rack and form our perimeter inside the nether, I think we're going to go above, break the bedrock, and that way we'll have plenty of room. We won't have to worry about gas or anything, and we are just going to build our TNT quarry from above rather than trying to build it inside the nether, because I tell you what, it just seems haphazard here. We're not getting a lot of progress done, and I feel like that this could be expedited very easily with that method. So we're gonna go ahead and head above the nether, and we're gonna start building up there. Oh my goodness! So this is 100 blocks. I'm setting up a small perimeter and going every other with a redstone repeater just to save on resources. I could obviously put a redstone repeater up to each one, but it's not necessary because the redstone lines do not interact with the side of the repeater, which is a good thing because these are a lot of resources. I actually reverted to even using sticky pistons to finish off this perimeter. It is very, very long and very, very resource intensive. So what we'll be doing here is we'll basically just be manually dropping dragon eggs on top of here, pumping them, and we'll move these gradually one by one, all manually, which it's unfortunate. I'm sure there's an easy way out there. In fact, I hope through this experience I will be more encouraged to find an easier way to move these pistons along and work more with dragon eggs and dispensing them properly. But for the time being, this is how we're going to do it, and I'm running solo right now. It's a bit of an encumbersome task to take on by yourself, especially if you're doing an entire nether perimeter. But we will persevere. We will persevere. So after a little bit of a trial and error, we actually found out that placing signs is a lot more efficient method of removing bedrock rather than doing the piston method, going one by one. So what we'll do next, after we place like signs, we'll place some bedrock on it. So signs has the same mechanic as, well, I guess these are banners technically. They share the same mechanics as other falling devices that when they connect to something like, so portraits or paintings, what else is there? Real signs, they will fall down once the block that they're attached to is moved or destroyed. And so we use that to our advantage, and we will basically set all of our dragon eggs on top of it, unload the chunk. And the way we're doing this is, since I have Puddles on, he's on his alternate account, and that alternate account's over in the area, which will set these into lazy chunks, and we just go ahead and log out and make it happen. So I'm going to go ahead and place some dragon eggs here, be right back. So before the last banner can be placed, we had our Ender Dragon duper running all night, and it turns out that that destroyed our server. So I need to go in here and be a hero and turn this thing off before it gets any worse. We did it. We saved the free world. And it would appear that the entire end dimension has been destroyed. Good job, everybody. Well, if you're familiar with this screen, I feel bad for you. So what we're doing here is we're going to go ahead and try it and delete all the entities in this area. I'm just doing this through MC Edit, hoping that this will bring back our server, because oh man. So in terms of entities, I'm concerned that this may delete some other things that we do not want to have happen, but I don't really see another option at this point. So we're going to delete all the entities, we'll let that run. So I just logged back in and server had crashed, had to restart it, but it turns out every once in a while when you bug out in the end, it ports you out to the end city. So I don't know if that's some sort of algorithmic bug where it redetermines a spawning location for you. But it's absolutely terrifying if you don't have your rockets ready. So here we are. We're live. We're looking for a portal back. And I may have to change my underwear. Well, a day later and a snapshot then. And guess what? We're in 17W15A. And I've just returned from the end after the little MC Edit incident. I finally got Zero out of there, this character. I had to bring an alternate account to do some manipulation. Found out quite a few interesting bugs, and I'm not sure if they pertain to this one. And I'm not going to experiment in this server. That was very risky of me, and I didn't realize it was going to happen. But apparently if you jump into the side of an end portal, you have the chance of being ported off into a different direction, whatever algorithm determines to pump you into possibly another in-city. Alright, so at the top of our nether perimeter start, the last banner was placed for the top layer of bedrock. The next step is to go ahead and add all of the wonderful dragon eggs to the top of these banners, perform some lazy unloading chunks, and drop this first layer of bedrock. So this is going to be a pretty difficult and lengthy task. I'm hoping to get it all done within a reasonable amount of time. This is not going to be fun. Big moment here. Oh, it worked. It worked.
Oh. Hallelujah.
Oh my god. Wait, it looks like there's like a group over here that didn't go though. Oh, wait, is that optical illusion? No. Oh, shoot. Very peculiar. It's like I don't know if it's like one chunk.
It's like 3 chunks.
Yes. This particular.
One's on a chunk corner.
Right.
One,
Yeah,
two.
yeah, this is right in the corner too. It's like these 2 chunks right next to each other were not affected.
And this is a 2x3. Look.
Oh yeah, it is.
There's
1,
a 3x3.
2. It's a 3x3 chunk.
This is our super chunk.
Is it? Well, it's around the corner of our ladder where we were actively doing stuff down below. So unless there's like a redstone contraption that's active down there,
Oh.
I don't know. But let's go ahead and get these banners into a box or something before they despawn. Well, an additional predicament we have run into is removal of these dragon eggs. So what I've decided to do is go ahead and set up our flying machines now. So after a long good duration of several hours of destroying all of the bedrock, I'm going to tell you I don't recommend it. I do not recommend ever doing this. Unless you have a good group of friends to do this with. Running this thing solo, even with Mr. Puddles' help out occasionally, this took several hours. I believe at least around 50 to 65 hours of man hours went into this. So our next goal now is to do some quick double clicking on our lava pyres here. I have some fire protection gear. I'm hoping that this is enough. It's all fire protection 4. Obviously I can't do it with my elytras because I need those. Alright, here we go. Okay, I don't know if that got it or not. If you guys know the double click method, you can usually do it pretty quick and you can get rid of one of the source blocks. I don't know if it's working though. Let's try this. Try a controlled experiment here. We're gonna go for, let's go for this guy right here. I'm gonna see if I can get a lineup on it. I'm gonna go with the full lava bucket first. Perhaps I'm not clicking fast enough. And verdict says no good. Alright, so the next option I have here, if not to use a lava bucket, is to use a full lava bucket, is I have a bit of software manipulation, and that is just a speed clicker. So I'll speed right click it. So let me turn that on. Okay, I have it enabled. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. And nothing. Alright, so we're gonna have to just stick with the probably stick with just the good old-fashioned click it with a bucket. Well, many runs later, we have made a significant amount of progress here, and as you can see, we're still running more TNT down here. I'm having an issue with getting all of this lava. It's extremely difficult, and again, I do not recommend doing this in a full perimeter build. It's very difficult. And look at that frame rate. Oh man. But it is it is becoming very tedious, extremely tedious at this point, and more tedious than it was before, and it's actually becoming almost lethal, almost dangerous to try and get in these lava crevices. You'll find a lot of them that are like kind of like nooked away into tiny pieces of the netherrack, and it's proving very, very difficult. But anyway, what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to end the episode here. So I know we were going to get into the wither farm today. However, this is proving a lot more difficult than I recalled, and as you may or may not have noticed, we are running short on episodes. It's been almost like a week since I've uploaded anything, and it's because I'm spending a lot of my time here trying to get this all put away, done and corrected. So I'm gonna end the episode today, and I'm gonna go right as soon as I can. I'm gonna start working on this wither farm, trying to make sure everything's cleared out. I do appreciate you guys sticking around and watching this. I know it's been kind of a bit of a monotonous episode, but it will be great, I promise. And there will be a lot of fun coming up, and we'll move on to other things. Obviously, these big builds take a lot of time and a lot of effort. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw today, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.